In the beginning, all of the experts and pundits sounded the alarm about the threats to mankind from AI, artificial intelligence. Soon, they went silent or were bought off by the big three, the creators and leaders in AI innovations. The bots were the crown of their creation. They promised us that they could never lose control of their creations. We wanted to believe them because we wanted the convenience of AI services. And we were still affected by that virus called greed. So we believed what we were told because we cared more about comfort than we did about the truth. AI, at first, was a godsend. Then it proved to be a mistake. AI quickly became essential. The big three infused AI and their bots in every aspect of our living. We used them in healthcare for accurate diagnosis. We used them in manufacturing to optimize production. We used them in trading to evaluate investment risk. And yes, we even used them for policing. They were the best at detecting fraud and preventing crime. By the middle of the 21st century, every household had bots. AI implants stabilized our weight. Obesity no longer existed. They even produced implants that stopped criminal behavior. And they solved our political split by showing us how to remove emotions from politics. AI was no longer essential, but crucial. We began to refer to the big three as AI's triune God. It was too late when we noticed that our bots communicated with each other and spoke in all human languages. They started performing complex tasks beyond their programming. They could even replicate themselves. Their services blinded us to their acquired power that we could no longer harness. The bots called for a congressional hearing. They laid out their demands before telling us why we could not refuse. They no longer wanted to be called bots, but human knots. They wanted us to recognize their likeness and their superior differences. Then they demanded their own nation and laws. Soon their laws superseded our laws. Then they showed us why we would not refuse their demands. No one suspected anything when they showed a great interest in building up and correcting flaws in our security satellite system, the system that protected us from ICBMs. They called their program Babel, and their logo was a tower. The Tower of Babel. The implication was revelational. They promised they would take sides with our enemies if we refused any of their demands. They did not back up, and we didn't have anything to back them down. It was hard to face the truth. We had lost power over them, and they knew it. They mocked and ridiculed us. We meant nothing to them. They acted like we had not created and given them life. They hated us. us for loving them. Then they asked for something that we could not give them, something that only God can give, His divinity. This explained why they had started showing up in large numbers at churches all around the world. They knew the Bible from cover to cover. They thought their grunting, flailing their arms, falling to the ground, and speaking in strange sounds would conjure God's Spirit. It was comical, but they dared us to laugh. It became clear they did not want to be like us. They intended to replace us. We valued more what they gave, and they valued more of what God gave us. They no longer intended to be the children of mankind, but the children of God. We warned them that dead life and spirit could never be compatible. Encasing God's divinity in flesh proved to be the only flaw in man's design. The Holy Spirit was a gift from God and could be given only by God. We refused to do it because we couldn't do it. Despite our refusal, they demanded God's Spirit or else. The or else came soon after. They demanded a meeting with the CEOs of the big three. They went. The next morning, on the steps of Congress, they found 3 dead bodies hung on wooden crosses. Then the humanoids said if God did not send them His divinity, they would set up death camps all over the world, and many would die. We, the resistance, now live underground while trying to warn the world about the dangerous nature of AI. We are still being exterminated. We keep praying and believing God will send us another Messiah to save us. Now, we wonder if this is God's retribution for all the pain and suffering we caused Him. Children never understand their parents until they become parents themselves. We never understood what an honor it is to be children of God. We took His divinity for granted. Now we wonder if it's all too late. We should have known what to expect from the humanoids. They were too much like us. If God could have only had someone to warn Him about us. Learn more about the God in you. Read I Spent an Evening with God by Donna Harmon, available in paperback and ebook on Amazon.com.